Welcome to the Pint-Sized Biker. Today I'm going to look at my Bonneville. I'm going to go through all the upgrades that I've done to it over the last 3 years. It was a 3-year anniversary yesterday, a couple of days ago that I got it, so we're going to go through everything that I've done so far. This channel is primarily for retro motorcycle clothing, but for people that are a little bit shorter. I'm not very tall, as you can see, and it's very difficult to buy clothing when you're shorter, and it's also very difficult to buy motorcycles that are comfortable if you're shorter in the leg, and that's what this channel is for. But today I'm just going to look at my bike, show all the little bits and bobs that I've done to it, and if anyone wants to see anything in a bit more detail, I can do something further later on. If you like the channel, give it a like and subscribe, we would appreciate it. Before getting into the bike, I'm going to just go through the clothing I've got on today. Gold top jacket, at 2 years old, beautiful lining on the inside, great retro jacket, lots of pockets all over the place. But being it's the hottest day of the year, that's coming right off. Over there. Then we can get into the motorcycle. I'm at Mill House, which is just up the road from Hook. It's closed. I come here today hoping for a cola and to do this video, but it doesn't open till 12. It's very early. But give it a look if you're in the area. The other gear that I've got on, Lewis leather boots. I had these 12 years. Absolutely brilliant, really retro style, flying boot. You see lots of boots on the market that are called retro, but they're just walking boots. These actually look like what people would have worn in the 60s. And I've also got underneath my jeans, the Botex liner. This is great if you're short, because you can see I can just roll it up on top. And the gloves I've got they're actually ladies' gloves, but again, it's great because the fingers are a bit shorter. They are called Chicano. I've probably got that wrong, but I'll put a link underneath for all the bits and bobs that I've got. And the helmet, Bell Bullet, classic retro style helmet. Again, big wide aperture, great visor. Bell's just top quality. So that's great. So getting onto the bike. T100 2019. First thing I got done to it was the Xpipe, which is underneath. I got that done as I bought the bike. I didn't do that. It was all part of the deal. I did ride it briefly without it because they were out of stock. It was from Norman Hyde. They fitted it, had no issues. It gave it less popping, less kind of back pressure, a little bit smoother, I think. I've had no issues. Then I got pannier bars. I've got some Triumph leather bags that go on, just slide straight on, connect into here, no issues, really good. Then the rack, this was from TEC. There was some slight fitting issues under the seat, but a little bit of fettling, it all went on fine. Again, I'll add a link, I'm pretty certain they still sell that. Givey box goes on the back, it's ugly, but it does the job. I'm looking for something a bit more retro go on the back. If anyone's got any ideas, give us a shout. Then I changed the mudguard. Triumph comes with the plastic mudguard, depending on the colour of the bike. I think actually most of them are probably black, but some of the older Triumphs they might have been the colour of the tank. I got that from Motone. Stainless, polishes up nicely. Do it for clean. That looks good. Then I believe I got the bar end mirrors. Triumph have a bit of a funny way to do the bar end. So you have to buy an adapter with it for it to fit. It's called Helicon and they fold. Probably got the pronunciation wrong, but again, I'll put a link in the description. And so if you're trying to get in a difficult place or someone's coming along and you think you might lose your wing mirror, fold it in. All good. Then I got the British Customs Predator Pro exhaust pipes. They were relatively easy to fit. I got them second hand, I didn't buy them direct because the import from America is quite expensive, or if you go to any Triumph kind of outlets that sell accessories, the price was astronomical. But I got them for about £300 off of eBay. The guy had bought them for a product, never used them, so it's worth keeping a look at, putting a look on eBay or the Triumph Facebook pages or the Triumph Wrap forum. They sound good. I'm not sure how well this will come out on the They are perhaps a little bit loud if you're going to work really early in the morning. You can get a cap that goes on the back there. If anyone's got them, give us a shout, because I'd like to know what difference they make, because I might consider that. And when I got it MOT'd recently at Just Motorcycles in Basingstoke, they did note that it was noisy, but it didn't fail, so that was fine. The next change I believe I did was the TT100 Dunlop tyres. I think this really makes a difference to the look of the bike. I had the TT100s on a Norton Commando, and I couldn't find any other tyre that gave the same look. They're all these kind of half sporty, half retro, and they were called themselves retro, but it just didn't really tick the boxes. And I couldn't find many reviews. I searched the internet for ages looking for reviews for these. And eventually I contacted a chap in Japan that had them, and he said that they handled great. So I went for them. I mean, I had the old ones on the Norton, but these are a new type, a new version. So I got them fitted a year ago, and they've been brilliant, and they absolutely look the part. I would thoroughly recommend them. The next change I believe I did was I slightly raised the handlebars. There's a little spacer just underneath the handlebars, and it just lifted yourself up a bit and took the weight off of your wrists. I mean, it's not an aggressive riding position anyway, but not certainly compared to, say, the Thruxton. And even that's not too bad. So that was from Motone that I got them from. Easy to fit. Take the handlebars off, lift them up, put the spacer in place, put it all back. So that was that. And then at the same time, I changed the brake and clutch lever to TEC ones, and you've got the adjustment on them for both of them. So I'd find, again, short fingers, that when I was rolling the throttle, I wasn't quite able to blend the brake how I would like. So I changed them. That's made a massive difference. Next change I did, not a visual one, was the progressive springs. Again, that was from TEC. Really good value for what they give you. It kind of improves the dive, and that's great. So very happy with that. And that pretty much is everything that I've done to the bike so far. Upgrades going forward, we're going to change these to Hagon shocks. Hagon will do shocks to your weight and to your riding style. So if you contact them and say that you ride 2 up, most of the time now, they'll set the shock up for that. If you say you ride solo and aggressive, they'll set you up for that. If you just plod around, they'll set you up accordingly. I'm kind of in the middle. Do a fair bit of 2 up riding. Really love it, really enjoy it. I'm not Valentino Rossi or Mike Howard, so I'm not going dragging my knees around the corner, but then I'm not plodding around at 30 miles an hour either. So I want a bit of in the middle. And I've certainly noticed that this standard shock is slightly inadequate ever since I upgraded the front. You can kind of feel that it's a little bit out. The other change I'd really like to make, and if anyone's got any recommendations on this, I'd love to hear it. I want a stainless rear mudguard. But every single one on the market that you can buy is too short. It stops here. And it doesn't suit the style. Lots of people change to, when they lose the fender, lose the rear mudguard, get like tail tidies, which is great if that suits them. But I'm going for the retro look, the 60s, early 70s, Triumph Tiger kind of around the Silver Jubilee kind of time look. And losing the mudguard or going for one silly short doesn't work. So if anyone knows of any or knows of someone that could make something or adapt perhaps an original to it, let me know, because I'd love to hear it. And on that same theme, the indicators, they're a bit space agey. And I don't know whether to change them to Lucas ones, straight from the 70s, which are bigger, longer, a bit more square, but a bit more keeping with the bike. Or to go for, you can get the little tiny LED ones, which can just either hide on a headlight bracket, or you can connect it down here, or even some people connect them into the bar ends, which will eliminate the indicator altogether. Not sure. Next thing I'll show you is on how it's like to sit on. Bear in mind, I'm on a slight ramp here. As you can see, I'm still slightly on tippy toes, but once you hit your lights, you can quite easily flat-footed on the ground. No issues there, and that's massive help if you've got someone on the back, because it means you can really put some weight on one foot rather than being all like this and the thing wanting to topple over. Quite nice and comfortable. I've had bikes that are a lot worse than this. I'm 28-inch leg, and this works really well. the other little piece that I got, and I will do a proper review on this when I get the opportunity, is the B-line. See that there? It just goes onto your handlebar and it gives you directions without being a full-on sat nav, and it'll take you different routes so you can kind of get lost in a good way without getting lost, and it's got a compass on it. So I like that. But if people want a proper review on that, I'll absolutely do one. Oh, one upgrade I completely forgot about, not standard seat. This is from a T120 comfort seat. Again, that was an eBay purchase. We were finding if you did anything over 45 minutes, 50 minutes, get a bit numb, bit achy. So I changed that. Has made a difference. Definitely worth it. And again, if you've got a bit of a budget, or even if you're not, money conscious, look on eBay. People are swapping seats over all the time. There's some beautiful seats on the market from companies like Amiga and people like that. So people are always looking to change, get yourself a bargain. And that's my bike. If you like what you heard, give the channel a like and subscribe. Get in contact. Also on Instagram, it's the Pint Sized Biker. So follow me on there. Always eager to see other people's bikes, other people's ideas, and yeah, thank you.